Kirby there at the White House briefing talking about the Israel-Hamas war. But for now, let's bring in our Elizabeth Schulze. She's at the White House today, and also our defense and security contributor and former CIA operator Mick Mulroy. Elizabeth, let's just start with you. I mean, it's still the same conversation points about limiting civilian casualties, bringing home the hostages, and the IDF making it perfectly clear they're still going full force with this war.
Absolutely, Karen. And John Kirby did give a couple of updates on the efforts to get some of the humanitarian aid into Gaza. He said 93 more trucks have gone through the Rafah crossing in Egypt in the past 24 hours. He reiterated that 400 Americans and their families have now departed Gaza through that crossing. But there is a new component of the discussion, which comes down to news that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made in the interview with ABC's David Muir. Essentially, what Netanyahu said is that Israeli forces over the long term may have a role in the security of Gaza. And this is a little bit of a break, at least from what President Biden has been calling for, Kira. He has said that Israel should not occupy Gaza when it comes to the picture of what that could look like after this war ends. And what John Kirby just said is that there are active discussions between U.S. and Israeli officials over what the future could look like. But clearly, there is more attention being paid to what is the plan after this ground invasion, after some of the fighting ends, whenever that may be. And sources have told us it could still be months away. What does Gaza look like? And really, ultimately, no clear answers on that, at least from the White House yet, Kira.
So, Mick, I'm just reading the notes that you, of course, send out to us on a regular basis through all your contacts, your sources, your own experience. What more can you tell us about these videos and reports out there about military dogs actually getting involved? Intel, possibly hostages?
The city and throughout Gaza for the IDF is dealing with these tunnels. And not just because it's hard to fight subterranean battles, but also because the hostages are likely in those tunnels. So there's a lot of reports out there of the use of military working dogs that can not only track down the enemy in these tunnels, they can also distinguish between friend and foe fairly well. And they can also help in locating where the hostages are by following scents, etc. Everything that you see dogs do when it comes to recover of personnel. So I think they're going to see a lot more of this as the battle continues, and hopefully some of these efforts will result in the successful recovery of these hostages.
We can only hope. Mick, Elizabeth, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.